Bugatti Chiron, 2017, Review. The Bugatti Chiron is the replacement for the Veyron, the 250 mph missile that rewrote the hypercar rulebook back when we first drove it back in 2005. Compared to that original mold-breaking Veyron, the Chiron has half as much power again, and at £2.4 million, costs twice as much. £2.4 million. That's definitely the world's most expensive facelift. I see what you're getting at, but Bugatti claims this is a new car in its own right. The carbon chassis is new, the quad-turbo W16 is massively reworked, and now features a two-stage turbo setup, and the aero package. Sorry, but can we just skip to the full throttle bit? My apologies. Basically there are quick cars, very quick cars, and then there's the Chiron. Our test car didn't have the launch control feature activated, but we were able to do rolling runs again and again and again because, well, that's what you do when someone gives you the keys to a 1500 bhp car. Dip into the throttle for the first time, even just half throttle, and your eyes widen, the moisture drains from your throat and you can feel your hands instinctively squeeze tighter on a steering wheel that stays dead calm throughout the whole experience. The Veyron's slurpy turbo noise was one of its weakest features, but the Chiron sounds much better, growling suavely as it pushes you into your seat. But it's not the initial kick in the back that amazes. It's that it never subsides. What felt fast below 4,000 revolutions per minute becomes truly shocking when the second pair of turbos is fully up to speed. So forget the ordinarily impressive 2.5 seconds 0 to 62 mph time. It's the 6.5 seconds to 124 and 13.6 seconds it takes to reach 186 mph that really highlights how crazily fast this car is. 13.6 seconds to 186 mph? Where does this madness all end? We can't be sure, not until Bugatti goes for a proper top speed attempt next year in a car without a speed limiter. Currently all customer cars are limited to 261 mph, although that's in low drag mode, which is accessed by inserting a second speed key down next to the driver's side sill. Without the speed key, the aero is set up for more stability, but more drag, and you're limited to just under 240 mph, which is still ample, particularly since you can do it just about anywhere. We hit an indicated 217 mph on a straight bit of motorway shorter than your average oil sheik's driveway. Do oil sheiks and warlords not like corners? They'll like them a lot more when they trade in their Veyrons for Chirons. Despite a switch to electric power steering, and despite a gargantuan 1,995 kilograms curb weight, the Chiron is actually a pretty engaging companion on a cross-country strop. The steering is on the muted side of feelsome compared to something like McLaren, but it's sensibly geared so as never to feel nervous and nicely weighted in the automatic, ebb, driving mode. Switch to handling mode using the steering wheel rotary dial and you gain a little too much steering heft, but a noticeable improvement in body control. Find yourself a fast, flowing and hopefully police-free A-road and the Chiron is in its element, sweeping effortlessly between corners and shrinking the bits between them to almost nothing. The brakes, 8-piston on the front, and 6 at the back, are epic too. Anything else in its repertoire besides putting you at a high risk of a lengthy jail sentence every time you get behind the wheel? Well, the ride is exceptionally good at normal speeds given the stability the chassis has to provide at almost 300 mph. That's partly down to new Michelin tires and also a switch to adaptive dampers. It's also incredibly easy to drive and now has a small boot in the nose for rolling back. If not for the abysmal turning circle, it'd be as user-friendly as a TT. But even Audi couldn't dream of doing an interior this special. There's almost no plastic anywhere. Everything you can see and touch is aluminium, carbon fiber or leather. The steering wheel is made out of one massive chunk of billet, for heaven's sake. The badge is made out of real silver and the audio tweeters contain actual diamonds.